Hello, just want to do a quick recap of the Sutherland roof solar combo and how the numbers work. So here's a customer Mercury Plastics who's done 5 different projects with us. And it's always because he needed a new roof and didn't really want to write a check for it. He utilized our funding, power company funding. And also he wanted to capitalize on all the incentives that are available uh, to offset that cost of the roof. So he didn't do it to be green. He did it for these numbers. So roof and solar funded number was 1.9 million. He got, when you add up all 5 incentives, it added up to almost 1.8 million. So it left a little bit left over, not funded by incentives, but then he was saving 73,000 per year. And by using the power company funding, his project never went negative. So that's why he did the project. So we have different funding options that are available. But we've been using the one that allows a 7-year repayment, which allows for a better cash flow. The largest incentive is 30 to 40% dollar for dollar tax credit, followed by bonus accelerated depreciation on the entire project. So in Trump's big bill, that tax credit is going away, but he's not pulling the rug out immediately. He's allowing people to start projects with a safe harbor program and then have the project completed sometime by the end of 2027, and you still retain these credits. Some states offer incentives and power companies offer incentives sometimes, and we find them if they're possible in your area. We use Bloomberg certified tier 1 equipment. You just can't say that. The products and the company have to be researched in order to be called Bloomberg. And we guarantee the panels have a 30-year warranty, including the energy production for the full 30 years. So here's a company that did a roof 1 year prior to doing the solar. And unfortunately, they missed out on capturing, in their case, it was 40% of that roof cost. They missed out on capturing that incentive. So here's how it works out, adding panels to the entire building, not just the section of roof that you're covering. So it works out to be 1,481 panels, 13 inverters, and no penetrations in the roof with the racking system that we use. It's a weighted ballasted system. And so here's how the numbers work out. 873 kilowatt system. This 30-year warranty applies towards the panels and the actual production. So we're guaranteeing 993,000 kilowatt hours per year for 30 years, every year for 30 years. Based on what we were shown, this covers about 47% of your energy use, saving you about 139,000 per year based on what you're currently paying and what the rates currently are. When you put 993,443 kilowatt hours in the EPA website, that's where it tells us the 705 CO2 metric tons. The green section shows how we calculated the $139,000 savings. So the roof cost $254,000, turnkey roof and solar $3,074,000. That includes the funding cost. And so when they put the funding cost in there, you're actually getting the 30% tax credit on the full amount, including the funding cost. So that's $628,000. Then the bonus depreciation went from 60% in Trump's bill to 100% in year one. Then the successor solar incentive program paid over 15 years is $902,000 you receive from the state program in incentives. So when you add up all the incentives and the roof, $3,074,000 minus 2.1 million worth of incentives, it leaves 934,000 left over, and then saving 139,000 per year in energy costs. And when you use the 7-year funding that we show here, that 439 is divided by 12 payments. Then the savings costs, we put in a 3% accelerator each year. That's on average how much the cost of energy has been going up. Then you get 79,000 that year from the state. The tax credit's 875,000. You get the depreciation 676,000. So year one, even though you're making those payments, it's up 1.3 million in cumulative cash flow. And as you're making those payments over the next, 7 years, your cumulative cash flow never goes negative. The lowest it goes is being positive $282,000. And then the savings and the incentives continue once your payments stop after 7 years. So doing the roof without the solar ends up costing 6.3 million. By doing it with the solar, you're positive 5.9 million. So it's a $2 million or $12 million swing in whether to do it or not. So it does take quite a while. There's an interconnection approval required by the power company that takes quite a while. So in order to lock in these incentives, we really need to get the ball rolling on it, and we need to submit that application to the state for your incentive there to lock those in, and we have to try to get all this up and running and sort of going in that safe harbor program before July 4th of next year. But when these things takes weeks and weeks and weeks to get approvals, it takes quite a while. We don't want to miss that window. Here's a customer had an expensive roof, a beer distributor. This one had a 5-year ROI, but the owner was very skeptical. But afterwards, he gave us a little testimonial.
About a year and a half later, we can say never paid a dime for anything. Got over $2 million worth of solar equipment on the roof, and we're going great. Jim and his team at Revenue Task Force did a great job finding money everywhere between incentives and grants and rebates, tapping into federal money, state money. The energy companies are offering an incentive. So it was really, really a great program. Really happy with what we did here.
That beer distributor, Kloss Distributing in Gurnee, did use some of your marketing material. They sell Sam Adams, Dogfish Head, and Molson Coors, all that stuff. But if you have any questions, we'd be happy to jump on a Zoom call, and have a great day. Thank you.